The tale of Okechukwu and the enchanted yam. In a lively village nestled along the banks of the river Niger, there lived a man named Okechukwu. Okechukwu was known far and wide not just for his strength and skill as a farmer, but for his insatiable greed. Despite his wealth and the abundance of food he had, he always wanted more, believing that only the accumulation of riches could bring him true happiness. Okechukwu's wife, Ifeoma, was a kind-hearted and diligent woman who managed their household with grace. Despite her husband's greed, she loved him deeply and always worked hard to ensure their home was comfortable and their lives were filled with peace. One year, after a particularly bountiful harvest, Okechukwu came across a mysterious yam in his field. It was unlike any yam he had ever seen. Its skin was a deep, shimmering gold, and it seemed to pulse with a gentle, magical light. Excited by this rare find, Okechukwu took the yam home and showed it to Ifeoma. "This is no ordinary yam," he declared. "It must be enchanted. Imagine how much it will bring us if we sell it." Ifeoma, though skeptical, knew better than to argue with her husband. She suggested they consult the village elder, a wise old man named Nnamdi, before making any decisions. Okechukwu, driven by his greed, dismissed her suggestion and decided to prepare the yam himself. That night, Okechukwu cooked the yam, its aroma filling the house with a tantalizing scent. He served it at a grand feast, inviting all the villagers to share in the bounty. As the villagers enjoyed the meal, they marveled at the yam's taste, which was unlike anything they had ever experienced. However, as the evening wore on, strange things began to happen. Those who had eaten the yam started to act strangely. Some became agitated and quarrelsome, while others seemed to lose all interest in their surroundings. The village's usual harmony was disrupted, and the atmosphere grew tense. Ifeoma, concerned, went to the village elder, Nnamdi, and described the unusual behavior of the villagers. Nnamdi listened carefully and then revealed that the yam was indeed enchanted, but not in a way that would bring fortune. It was cursed by an old sorcerer who had long been wronged by a greedy man. The curse was designed to bring chaos and unrest to those who consumed it. The next morning, Okechukwu found that the once favorable reputation he had enjoyed was in tatters. The villagers were no longer interested in his goods, and his fellow farmers avoided him. His home, once filled with the sounds of laughter and joy, was now eerily silent. Desperate to remedy the situation, Okechukwu sought out Nnamdi for help. The elder, seeing the depth of Okechukwu's regret, agreed to help, but only if Okechukwu made amends for his greed. He instructed Okechukwu to embark on a journey to the sacred grove of the river spirits and offer a genuine apology to the spirits, promising to change his ways and share his wealth with others. Humbled and willing to make amends, Okechukwu set out on the arduous journey. He reached the sacred grove, where he prayed fervently, asking for forgiveness and vowing to be generous and fair. As he made his promises, the air around him seemed to grow lighter, and a sense of peace settled over him. When he returned to the village, things began to change. Slowly, the villagers forgave him, and harmony was restored. Okechukwu kept his promise and used his wealth to help those in need. He shared his harvest, built wells, and contributed to the welfare of the village. Though Okechukwu never regained the wealth he had once sought so greedily, he found a greater treasure in the gratitude and respect of his fellow villagers. His story became a lesson in the village, a tale of how greed can lead to ruin but genuine remorse and generosity can restore harmony and bring true fulfillment. The enchanted yam was never spoken of again, but its legacy lived on as a reminder of the perils of greed and the rewards of a kind heart. And so, Okechukwu's tale was passed down through generations, ensuring that the lessons learned from his story remained etched in the hearts of all who heard it.